Works for me normally. Okay, well, either way, let's just go ahead and get the show on the roll. We've already wasted an hour and 20 minutes because fucking roll 20Y.
It's not a waste of time when we get to be with friends.
Yeah, but tech issues are like the thing which pisses me off the fastest in literally everything.
Mm.
When things don't work right, I get mad. So, our band of adventurers had arrived at the city of Ulmendow, seeking to find evidence of the Wardens of the Worldfire. Through your adventures, you had uncovered what appeared to have been a temporary base set up by the Wardens of the Worldfire at the bottom of a mine shaft, in which the denizens appeared to have fallen afoul of a cave dragon that was once contained in an ancient facility that was down there. I'm just going to temporarily mute Dom. There we go. Through your search, you had uncovered a list of names, people that had either escaped, gone missing, or perished that were seemingly high ranking members of the Wardens of the Worldfire. Finding your trail running cold in Ulmendow, you decided it was time for you to leave. Not before Nemesis decided to stay behind in Ulmendow for a few days in order to rescind her title as a noble of the Fallow family, no doubt causing strife within the family itself. However, in order for it to be confirmed, Nemesis needed to remain in Ulmendow until this happens. And that is where we left off. I will just unmute Dom, see if he's back. Nope. I'll just.
It's a windy day in California.
Apparently. Head no, dude.
There we go. So, God's Header, you wake up on your seemingly final day in Ulmendow. Some of you deciding to stay at an inn after a night of adventure, while the rest of you decided to stay within the manor itself. So, as you wake and have your meal, is there anything that you wish to do before you prepare to leave?
Can I take an opportunity to apologize?
I mean, Norium is there. Yeah, like you guys are having like a meal currently, so you could.
Tell Troth he's a bitch. Hey, I'm going to call myself a bitch in a sec. Don't you worry, Sav.
Yes, like everyone's there. You know, the party's there. Norium, Nemesis, and everyone. You also see Quan is there as well.
Oh, how nice.
He's just kind of standing by, just waiting.
So, I think like you can tell that, like, I'm kind of like not making eye contact with everyone. I'm kind of looking like a bit of a, like I'm looking guilty and a bit like a scolded dog, if you know what you mean. If you know what I mean by that.
Mm-hmm.
And I just go, and I haven't really been talking all morning, and then I sort of go, Nordium, I'm sorry for everything everything I've done, everything I've done towards you and towards everyone here. I've been a bit of a ball bag during my time here, and I let my anger and frustration and disappointment get the better of me, and took it out on you and your hospitality, and You didn't deserve that. None of you. And then I sort of look around the room, very sheepishly making eye contact with the household staff in the room, going, none of you deserve that. So I'm through my let's call it an atonement yesterday. I had time to realise the fault in my actions, and I'm deeply sorry for the indecency and the what's the word? The impropriety I showed towards you and your custom. I'm sure I'm sure that there's not very much else I can say is I'm sorry, and I hope you don't end up sending a team of hitmen after me next time you're in a bad mood.
That has to be the first time you have said anything sincerely, without a lot of venom in it.
You're right about that, mate. Aye.
Well, for the record, I wouldn't have enough time to arrange any hitmen to come for you, and I wouldn't really be able to do that once my side of the plan comes into effect.
Aye, so you're still going to be getting that mine card then, or?
Well, I've already assigned it to a few people. Vincent knows a few people who once worked in those mines, who would most certainly be more than happy to partake in it. I have to give the deed to them fully, however, as once my title is rescinded, I will have to give away all contracts. But Vincent has assured me that this individual, or individuals, are trustworthy.
You sure?
Well, trustworthy in Vincent terms.
Yeah, fair.
But I trust Vincent, and if he trusts them, then I have no reason to not trust him.
Aye. He's a good sort. His heart's in the right place. And I sort of look over to him and give him a wry smile.
You just see he gives like a curt nod, but you can see like he isn't like actually like he hasn't like grabbed hold of it, but you can see like he's got his arm like near the dagger which he had threw at you the other day.
Oh yeah. Wait, he threw a dagger at me.
Yes.
When was that?
That was because when you were told that you were going to be cleaning the fellow household, you reached for your axe, and he threw it at you and nearly stabbed you in the hand.
Oh yeah, of course.
But he does return the smile slightly.
Okay, hold on one second.
Okay.
But this moment.
I am also desperately trying to get the music working. Okie Well, while Trofnar gets back to his stuff, is there anything anyone else wants to do during the morning meal?
No.
I am going to look. I'm going to leave some of the musket ball bearings with Norium and Nemesis. Listen, these aren't much, but just a little something to remember us by, for as long as we're gone.
An interesting gesture.
Is that giant toe? Ration, did you literally just get an entire giant's toe? You're lucky I can actually use this for something.
Yes, that could come in lots of use.
Good thing I read my book of giant alchemy. Yes, I did say any. And this is one that I can do things with. Of course, it will still take some time and effort to make, well, any potion of giant strength. But now I have materials for it. And I have the knowledge of science.
Yeah, we're definitely going to build an inception machine.
What?
What was that voice?
What?
Huh?
That was me speaking in character.
Oh, right.
Well, should we be off then, everybody?
Yes. Yes, we should.
We have the cart all hooked up to your elk. Unfortunately, it's a much smaller cart. Can only fit about 4 people in there.
Of course.
Well, yes, it'd still hold, could Delson still ride his elk while I pulled the cart, or is that too much for the
There
animal?
is a seat on the front where he would be able to sit, but he wouldn't have much room.
True.
One has returned.
Good-o.
Well, we could also, get a horse. We could, Raya could walk beside us, though I imagine she would like some opportunity to rest.
Get a horse.
We could just get another horse, yes.
The stables may have a few for sale.
Maybe, though, I'm just going to look at them, remembering our track record with our horses.
Yes, it could be, well, we already have enough animals. One more won't hurt.
I'll go buy a horse.
I mean, I could help you resummon your horse, but I'm not quite sure how to make scrolls.
Fortune just is crying a little bit. I miss my babies.
Do not cry, mother. For though I may not be there physically, I am still with you in your heart.
Is what Delson imagines Maelstrom would say at this point.
Yep.
Well, yes, let's go do that then. Buy a horse.
If you go to the stable closest to the main gate, there may be a few for sale. They won't be the best breeds, but they should work.
I want a fancy horse.
Right, well, there are a couple that have sold this side of the Gilded Circle.
Then let us head there.
Alright, and Norium gives you directions for to where it is. I'd be in more detail, but we roll 20 means that we've had to fucking start late, actual way.
That's all right.
So you're directed to the more fancy stables. So there's a choice of horses. There are show horses. There are like pedigree builds of war horses. What particular horse are you looking for?
Big and
Oh.
strong.
Big.
Strong,
Like a draft horse, like a
Yeah,
like
pretty
a
much.
war horse.
Well, if we had a war horse, it might be more apt to be used in battle.
Exactly.
Although war horses aren't the strongest horses.
Let me just. I
must be
forgot
quick and
one of my
nimble.
books because I need to
Yes,
see the
yes, they
horse.
are actually.
Technically speaking, in D&D they are.
In D&D, they are good boys and girls.
In real life, they're not. They're just like really well trained.
Yeah, I know.
I know, but this isn't real life. This is fantasy.
God damn it! I want...
God,
Yeah, they also cost a lot more money in D&D.
Yeah,
War horses are like 400 gold.
Yeah,
Yep.
but I have that.
She
If you've got
does.
the
Yeah,
money,
it's
fucking
not
a
like
war
we
horse,
don't
dude.
even-
And war horses are like they're as fast as a riding horse,
Mhm.
and I think they have greater capacity. Yeah, they've got the
Yep.
weight, the capacity of a draft horse, but the speed of a riding horse, and they're more, and just stronger. I think they're a little bit healthier too.
Does this mean Delson is free to just ride his bighorn boy?
Raya, our horse is not going to die next session.
Not. It's not. You're not going to be able to like properly like ride atop of it, but because the harness for it. Okay. Yes. So. So for the price of these horses, as they are basically like thoroughbreds, as opposed to like standard ones, to buy a war horse would cost you 600 gold.
Oof.
Easy. I'll do it.
Okay. So,
What type of ponies do we have here?
So there's actually quite a number of them. Some of them have like fancy like bardings and saddles and such. There's one that has got is almost like pure white on its mane with like deep brown eyes. Another one which is a sort of dark greyish black with a few white splodges here and there. You got your brown one with two little white socks at the front,
Oh.
and there is a cream one. Sort of a nice sort of light brown, sort of creamy color.
And you said one of them was grayish?
Yes, greyish with little white like spots here and there.
Oh, I want them.
Okay. So you have your horse. It also comes with a week's worth of feed, the bardings and the saddle that you need.
Mhm.
So yeah, you have got yourself a brand new horse.
A non-magical horse, of course.
No. You've got a
Horse
bog
is
standard
magical.
horsey.
We have good baby.
How old is this horse?
No, it will never compare to our oldest horse, though, Brutus.
R.I.P. Brutus.
It looks relatively young. A lot of the horses here, because they're so much more prized, they're a lot younger. Oftentimes, it's the older horses that end up going down to the lower areas. Because whereas these horses, like war horses, they're also show horses at some point. Like they'd be used for like ceremonies and everything.
They fancy.
Yeah.
And what was this horse's name at the stables?
It does not have a name.
Horse number 4.
No, it
Really?
it has a name, but I don't have it written here. What gender? Fuck, I don't know.
Roll the die.
Yeah, let's
Flip
roll
a
the
coin.
dice. Let's flip a coin. It is a male.
I shall name him Knighton.
A mighty stallion.
It is Knighton. Okay. I'll write that down in a second once I'm done. I'm still deleting archive stuff right now.
Yes, Knighton.
Okay. I was more checking the spelling, but okay.
Oh, well, yes, you got the spelling right. No, you cannot call him Dick Butt.
So what you're saying is we can call him Dick Butt.
No.
Rye is definitely one of those animal. She's not an animal, obviously, but if she were like,
Well, she's half an animal.
she is. She's one of the. I feel like she's like the kind of girl horse that would just like assert dominance by mounting the boy horses. Like, I'm in charge. It's like, it's like I can't do anything about this.
T-pose on them to assert dominance.
All right.
Oh god, Raya actually would T-pose on them because she can do it.
She just like while running full gallop T-post and just like clothesline somebody.
But yes, Gratian, you can call him sir.
Just all the other all the other horses like talking smack behind her back. Like, oh, she thinks she's cool because she's got opposable thumbs and limbs.
But is it anywhere as great as Sir Kibble? Which is actually a Kirby reference.
All right.
Oh no, she's going for the cheap pop.
Oh, Delson, did I give you my boots of Featherfall?
You actually, yes. No,
I
it
still
wasn't me you gave them to. You gave them to Fortune.
Well, was it Fortune? I still have them in my inventory. So,
Wait, I have them?
if they're in your inventory, then tell me. But otherwise, I just want to make sure I know where they went, and I don't take them off my inventory without having them on somebody else's.
I don't see them in mine, but there's a possibility that I was just stupid and forgot to move them.
Yeah, sure. Well, right now, then I'll Fortune here. Take these. That way, if you're
Boots as I got a horse.
yeah, I throw some boots at you.
What, at speed or?
yeah, really fast. It hurts.
Fast baseball fastball special.
But with boots. Yeah, boots
to
of
Fortune.
Featherfall.
I give to you a boot to the head.
That you can. You have you have attunement slots open, right? I don't know what magic items Fortune has.
Or at least ones that require attunement.
Yeah.
I think that is the only thing.
Yeah, if you don't have anything else, then yeah, there we go.
All right. So, that is the case. Is there anything else that you wish to do before you leave? You got the horsey, you got Dorian like all hooked up to the cart.
Wait. Oh yeah, who is getting the bag number 1 of the bag of holdings?
I wouldn't mind carrying it.
It can't
Bag
be
number
me
1
though.
stays with the protagonist. Don't you know that?
Or, of course, Drothnar.
Oh,
Oh, no.
in character, I do not trust myself with any kind of bag of holding.
Yeah, I think it's better if Valeth takes this one.
I'll forget about it when we move camp. I will accidentally, leave it in a game of cards.
Yeah, it is like a lot of responsibility. It's true. It's true.
There it is. I don't have that.
Yeah. Okay, I'll write bag of holding.
Okay. So
Okay.
wait, have we got all of our possessions on us?
Yes.
We'll need somebody to tell me what's in the bag of holding at some point. Is it written?
I think Peach is the one that knows.
Okay. I think it's just I think it's just
Oh,
what's
it's
on.
bag of holdings back.
We have the tab. Okay, yeah, that's what's in there. Okay, there's a lot of shit in here, guys.
Bag
Yeah,
of holdings can hold a lot of stuff.
That bag's starting to get a bit full. With all the shit that you got in there.
Arrows.
Meanwhile,
And is mine bag 1?
Yes.
Yep,
Okay.
mine's bag 2.
So, as I say, your horses are Deorian's hitched up to the cart. Oh, there we go. Now the music's working. I finally got rid of
Hey,
enough
just
stuff.
decided. Yep, there we
No,
go.
I finally started getting rid of stuff. I'm going to keep getting rid of stuff here because it's clear that's the issue. I might need to delete some of your character sheets, like, just to be on the safe side. But I'll try and avoid it if I can.
We have the vault. We have the vault if you need to archive the characters
There we
too.
go.
Well, no, even archiving isn't working. Like, I am flat
Oh.
out deleting them. But yeah, that's fine. It's working now. I'll hold off on that shit.
You'll hold off on the Thanos snap.
Yes, I'm holding off on the Thanos snap because at the very least this means that it is working. So, God, that's good. Finally, something's working here. So, you prepare. The keg is taken out from the Fallow Manor and placed in the cart. Probably means only 3 people are going to be able to fit in there now because of the keg taking up essentially.
That's on Milo.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you
yeah,
put it on
it's on
Milo.
Milo,
Then,
yeah.
yes.
That's where the keg goes. He's the keg guardian.
Yeah, so
The
4 people.
guardian of the
can-
keg.
So 4 people can fit in the back, and 1 can be at the front.
Can I be at the front?
Well, Delson's there because he has to guide Dio through.
Ah,
Yep.
fair enough. I'll be in the back then.
All right. And so that leaves 3 other seats.
I shall be on my horse.
Okay.
Yeah, and the 4 of us. If Sav wants to rest, she can rest, or she can walk. She can walk.
She wouldn't be able to like go onto the cart proper. Like it'd be a case of like she could rest the front half of her body, but her legs would still have to do some walking.
Yeah. So I'm not sure.
'Cause
Is there room for 2 people to be able to fit on the saddle for Knighton?
I would say yes. Knighton is a large warhorse.
He's big boy.
Big boy. Big Chungus.
So if anybody wanted to give up a cart space, they could hop on a Knighton.
So I think actually there's enough people here so that they can either walk or be on a horse or. Yeah, it would be everyone.
You know what? I'll offer the spot to Trothnar.
Oh, you're too kind.
Gets to feel big.
Small
He gets to
dwarf
be
on
tall.
large warhorse. I think this is like a fucking big warhorse.
Bow,
I-
bow, 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 bow.
Is this a bad time to say that I'm not really very comfortable riding a horse?
Too late.
Too late, you're on it.
So am I literally just, does someone just pick me up and say, you're on this horse, bang?
Pretty much.
Drothner, if you need help onto the horse, I can pick you up and put you up there.
Get him the step stool.
I just look over to, when Valis says that, I just look over to him, just roll my eyes and go, don't patronize me. And then I try to, like, with my bare strength, try to, like, pull myself up, use it, like, try to, like, jump up and try to, like, grab some sort of handhold in the saddle to pull myself up.
Yeah, like do it.
So you're able to grab onto the stirrup. Thankfully, as a thoroughbred warhorse that is basically been trained since birth, Knighton, well, obviously, like, throws his head back a bit in irritation, does stay still so you don't cause into panic raving, and you're able
Just
to
like move away from you and make you fall.
yeah. But you're able to climb up.
Knighton the good boy's gonna get some sugar cubes.
As you're kind of like making your way out, Nemesis and Quan have been kind of tagging along to see you off. You can see Nemesis is kind of like has got like a cloak over her head and everything. Quan is like just in his normal now like chainmail and such, and you can just see he's constantly scanning the just scanning it around everywhere, making sure nothing's happening. And then eventually, because I'd say it took you about an hour or so to prepare and such, Quan just kind of like stops, and then you hear him say, "Wait for it." You see the town criers sort of like coming through into the sea, and they start splitting off. Then the one that's just kind of, he looks to be like basically like the head of the town cries and such, takes out a bell and just begins ringing it. And you start hearing like over town, like the ringing happen elsewhere. The head town cry like opens a pipe, says, hear ye. The Lady Nemesis Fallow has officially declared herself no longer of the Fallow family name. And, like, you see the people around just kind of like stopping. You start hearing like hush whispers. The ones that are close to you are like, what the fuck? Why would she do that? It's Town Cry continues. Until further notice, there will be discussions on the future of the Fallow family. Lady and Lord Mage of the Fallow family are returning here from Jurhan. Hear like a few boos in the distance. The cry just like looks up and then just repeats again.
Don't worry, people of Ulmendale. The revolution's on its way.
All right, yeah. Gratian claps as it goes by. The crier just like looks and so like gives a small bow. He assumes that you're congratulating him on his town crier abilities.
Oh, town crier.
What a guy. He's got low self-esteem, apparently.
Yeah, I reach in my pocket and flick him a gold.
All right, he with surprising dexterity, like as he's just saying, like, Lady and Lord, just grabs it, pockets it.
Nice.
Of the Fallow family are, and just continues on.
Oh, see, he's a professional. I like him.
He is the head crier.
Let's get his job. Alright, let's get out of this hellhole.
All right, Quan just looks at Nemesis. I suppose we shall have to head to our place of residence. Just like looks to all of you. Be sure to stay alive. I would rather not hear that she came back to dead bodies.
But we can't make any promises.
I'm very well aware of that.
I'll
No,
try
contractually,
to-
we can't make a promise.
I'll try to make sure no one does.
Well, if you avoid going into any ancient facilities, you should do fine.
Yes.
Yeah, don't make any promises, lad.
You know, I would have thought after shedding myself of the corrupt paladins that I'd like you more, dwarf. It's a shame that's not the case.
You know that it happens to everyone. You know that. There's just people who don't really get along. I guess we have to just deal with that type.
I would assume so. But at least we know not to be at each other's throats for stupid reasons. He just turns to Nemesis. Shall we? Nemesis just gives one last look back at you all before following Quan back into the city.
Oh. I'm gonna
Okay.
miss the princess.
So, time for the map, it's the map. I really need to get rid of some maps. I've got 130 archive. That's probably a reason.
Well, wowie woo holy crap.
Well, I would have thought archiving would work, but nope.
Just before we leave again, I'll say, Trotnar, actually, I realized that we could solve our issue of needing to ride with Fortune. If you'd like to sit in the cart and relax, I can do this, and then I'll just float like 6 inches off the ground.
It's like you don't have to do that for me, lad. It's
No, I promise you, I can do it all day if I wanted.
Huh. Interesting.
You have fun doing that, okay?
And so I could, I can't move side to side, but I can float here and tie a rope to my belt, and the cart can pull me.
He's a kite.
Yes.
No, yeah.
Yep.
Honestly, mate, you don't have to go to that much trouble, and like it's about time I learned how to fucking ride the horse, you know.
Very well.
Wait, you don't know how to ride a horse?
I mean, I know the basics, but like, not really, to be honest. Like, and like how, like, can I really animal handling check to see how comfortable I am on the back of Knighton?
Sure.
Or if he just doesn't like you and he just like kicks you, it's like, oh.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm very unsure, and like I'm constantly like adjusting, trying to get myself comfortable and find like I'm trying to find some balance. High up for me.
Yeah,
animal
sure.
handling.
20.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, 19. Nice.
You've been
yeah,
lying.
yeah. I'm a natural, apparently.
If that was an attack, it would have been a crit.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Yes. I mean, all I know is like, you know, kick to the left, he goes left, kick to the right, he goes right. I've been like twice in my life, lad.
Really now?
What do you
Because
mean,
for
really?
how you're writing right now, actually pretty decent.
Well, I mean, I've been watching like name and stuff do it. It looked pretty easy. It can't be too much of an actress. And, you know, like we spent a fucking fortune on this thing. The least I want it to be is, you know, easy to ride, you know.
Mhm. Right.
But see, okay, look, I know I might look ridiculous, but I can look after myself. Don't worry, guys.
Sorry. Red.
Do I look silly?
I would
A
say-
giant a bearded dwarf and a giant warhorse.
Yeah, no, this as I said, like this warhorse, it's like even Valif would be like, that's a big horse, kind of deal. Like it's a tall boy.
Oh yeah. Like
Boy.
yeah, I'm riding this horse decently well, but you can see that like I'm intentionally like not looking down onto the ground. Like I am looking up or dead straight at the horizon. I'm not like, I don't like, I like the night being this high kind of thing. Like I look uncomfortable on top of the horse, but
And thus Trotnar
Yeah.
revealed he had a fear of heights.
Yep. Okay. So
Is Trustner in the front of the saddle or the back of the saddle?
the back.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're like the one who's in control of the horse.
oh okay.
I feel like I'm gonna have to get Knight in some armor now. I don't want him to die.
There's smitheries. You can always
Yep.
see if there's any you can buy. You can delay
Exactly.
your exits.
No, we're going.
Okay. So going by the map, it will take you roughly 5 days or so to get there. Longer or shorter, depending on any delays or if you decide to go on any side trip stuff.
Or if we
We're
get
going to
Karmora.
Mithrilheim or Elvengrove?
I thought you were going to Underook.
Yeah, we're going
Underook. Underook.
Yeah, we agreed
Yeah,
on
the other way,
Underook.
the third option. Never mind.
Okay.
So
Get
it's
ahead of
disappointing you there, Valor.
No, I just wasn't sure where we were going. Where we were going.
This is why he's not leading. If he was leading, we would be lost for 17
Yes.
days.
Yeah.
I'm not a smart man.
Yeah. You would go all the way up to Mithrilheim, realize you're going the wrong way, go all the way back to Ulmendow, then go to Underook, and it'd be a...
We'd reach the ocean, and
yeah.
everybody be like, "What the? Why?
Yeah. You'll just turn to me and go like, so Trustner, how did it feel to see your hometown after a century? And I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
The sea. Oh, that's funny.
Go past Underook. Head straight to Lesdor.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say we take a wrong left and we hit
I
Lesdor.
could see a road sign just saying Underook, turn right, and I'm like, like you completely ignore me. Don't worry, I know where I'm going.
I am very confident in my sense of direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
Lead me astray.
for these 4 days then, is there anything in particular that you wish to do?
I can't really do much.
I mean, Diorium can go, in its own direction.
Okay,
He's
in
not.
that
He's
case,
not a
I
dumb
shall.
horse. You can just tell him like that. Where to go.
Okay, I shall do so with mental communications, and then I shall work on a potion of giant strength.
All right. So working on a potion while in a moving cart is not
Yes,
an easy thing.
I
So
know.
I would like you to make a roll with your alchemy check. Use dexterity, because this is essentially seeing how well you can not ruin the start of this.
Okay.
Ten. You. Thankfully, you are able to keep hold of the key ingredients, but you are not able to make any actual progress.
Dang it.
Can I study my Book of Celestial to eventually learn to speak it properly?
Well, someone would need to be basically to be directing Knighton, because he is not a horse you can speak with telepathically.
Yeah, that's what
while
Charles
she-
for. He's up here.
Yeah. While she's doing that, can I attempt to try to ride Knighton?
Make an animal handling check.
Nice. You two like switch places and then
Yeah, pretty much.
nice. That's pretty cool.
We do like a really
Trothnar will
awkward,
Trothnar will ride the horse, and then Fortune will like read on the back. I imagine Fortune is like sitting on Knighton, facing backwards, like facing
gosh.
towards the reverse, reading. You guys sitting like back to back.
She's got her tail wrapped around Trothnar as support.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Which lasts all but 10 minutes, as Trofnar trying to, because Knighton sort of like slows down a bit due to some of the movement, and then Trofnar like basically like digs his heels in to try and get Knighton to go, and he rears up and knocks you over. Make a strength check, actually, both of you. Fortune with disadvantage, because
Well, both of us.
you have got nothing to hold on to at the moment.
She had her tail wrapped around. But also it's strength, so Fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeet the Fortune.
I'm strong.
23. Okay. Fortune gets thrown clear off.
What the fuck, Trothnar?
Make a acrobatics check, Fortune. Okay. So you get thrown off, you're able to land without hurting anything, but Knighton is just bolting with Trofnar holding on.
Oh well, there they go.
Oof.
Okay, can I try and run after them and get back on my horse?
You can certainly try, however, Knighton is a very fast horse.
Raya, could you?
I'm going
Pursue
to
him,
communicate to
please.
D. I'm going to communicate to DM.
You're right.
This is Boss Manta. This is Boss Manta run. We have a runaway going on. Prepare to pursuit.
Quickly into the distance, you hear someone speaking in a high-pitched voice in Dwarvish, scared for his life.
Yep.
Diorn just kind of like watches Knighton just ring off. Yeah, boss man, I can't exactly do that with this thing on me.
Guys, mind if I unhook him for a quick sec?
Here, Raya can just simply run after him. She's
How fast
much
is the
faster
warhorse?
than.
60 feet, but technically he's dashing, so...
Yep.
If it was regular, I could catch up to him with a dash.
Yeah, because it's 120 feet he's going each time. It takes some time, but eventually you are able to... Tackling Knighton is going to be difficult.
I didn't mean to click that.
Because Knighton is actually bigger than you, Raya.
Yeah.
Please don't hurt my horse.
Lock him off.
She just like
Oh.
MMA takedowns, like fucking wrestler, just goes for the legs.
Double leg takedown goes into full guard.
Okay.
Quadruple
Go
legs.
ahead.
Quadruple leg takedown.
Go ahead
yeah.
and make a strength check then, Raya.
That was a save, but sure.
Raya, why the fuck are you trying to put an armbar on a horse?
Knighton was able to outroll that. But eventually, it takes literally about half an hour. but you are able to bring Knighton to a stop. And about a further 15 or so minutes later, the rest of the group catch up.
I'm still hanging on to Knighton for dear life, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. And I guess you just see me like I mutter this fucking horse in Dwarvish and then just faint and fall off.
Right. Gratian, do you want to ride the pretty pony instead?
I'll begin getting off of the cart and then picking up Trotner and putting him in the back of the cart.
All right.
Right.
But you kind of realize that maybe with a new horse, you're not going to be able to... Like, you can read the book when you're setting up camp, but you get the feeling that it's not a good idea to try reading it while someone else is riding it.
Or trusting me with anything.
Yeah,
That's
I'm just petting Knight, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, baby. He's a horrible, horrible person. I know. I'm so sorry.
Did the bad man hurt you?
He will never touch you again. You are much better than him. It's okay.
Oh, for God's sake.
Get some sugar
Okay.
cubes.
Okay. So,
I feel so victimized all the fucking time.
I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. That's so funny though.
the comedy relief.
It's just because I think it's just the dichotomy between he's such a grumpy, serious person. But
Yeah, right.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like
Really
Dennis.
like-
It's like Dennis and Menace with Mr. Wilson.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly, yeah. Yeah, I am absolutely get off my lawn.
Yeah, you're definitely Mr. Wilson. Holy shit.
My name is Mr. Wilson. I'm here to say.
Yeah, right. Gonna spank her ass in a mean way.
What you doing in the basement? Get out of
Get
here.
out of here!
Taicho Puff making it with rakes. That's another
Yep.
great one.
It's also like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty good.
All right. So,
So basically, I come to in the back of the car.
yes. So, what's everyone else doing during this 4 or 5 days of travel?
I will take this as an opportunity to work on my secret art project.
Okay.
Secret, okay. Alrighty.
Would you like me to make a roll for that tick?
Sure. Make a roll, either strength or dexterity. With, are you proficient with the tools?
No, I'm not.
Then,
I'm
yeah,
not.
just a straight roll with it.
Hey, 19.
All right. So you make a lot of good progress.
So I'm making like multiple of these because I'm making one. Like I'm making however many people we have. I'm making that many, and so
Sure.
have I made it through? Because I've done this at least once or twice at this point. Have I made it through one yet?
I would say yes. It's very crude. It's not. It's not highly detailed because you're just kind of brute forcing your way through. It kind of looks a bit like a PlayStation 1 player model almost.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I like
Whoa!
that. Okay, how many?
Wait, is it PS1 crash model?
1, 2,
No, like Laura Croft's
1,
Tomb
2,
Raider one.
3, 4, 5,
Aw.
6, 7. Yeah, I would make 7 of them. So I'm gonna roll a d7 and then go top to bottom.
Oh god, he's making sacrificial dolls for all of us.
It's Raya one. It's the one that looks like Raya. I guess I was like, I'm gonna do the hardest one first. I guess.
It's gonna be some straight up voodoo shit, isn't it?
No, it's a little like
Or
rock statue. That's like it's really rudimentary. It looks like very like polygonal,
Okay.
but it's
Yeah.
definitely like a little horse, and I've carved it like Raya's braided hair and stuff like that, and like little hand wraps where her hands are, and
Don't worry, I'll put this on your grave when you eventually die.
but I this is you guys can definitely see me making this. I haven't given it to her yet, but that's what I've been doing. Anyways,
Okay.
Stone sense tingles.
Stone sense.
Well, the stone crafty thing that dwarves have.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stone cutting. That's it.
yeah, that's why Trothnor wakes up. He's like, Oh, you can smell the stone in the
My
air.
stone cutting sense is tingling.
My stone sense is tingling.
Looks like we lost the audio again. I think it's Roll20 again. Great, thanks Roll20. Okay, great. All right. So, what about everyone else?
While he's working on his art project, tell you what, I'm gonna, because we're going through like woodland and stuff, aren't we?
It's mostly grassland. You do go through a few small woods.
Okay, because I might look for, because of course I'm going to be trying my I'm going to try to be making and improving my ale while
Alright.
traveling. Although I'm sure it's being bounced around the back of a donkey isn't doing it much good.
You're not too sure?
Very carbonated.
Because...
Okay, so the first night when we're in camp, because I haven't checked it for a while, I get out my what's it called, my magic mug, my tankard of sobriety, and I try the batch of ale as it is since leaving Ormondale.
All right.
Secret of AA.
Pretty much.
So you-
Truffle for shit?
So you drink it? It is not fermented yet.
Oh god. Okay.
Now keep in mind, to get ale from like start to finish takes about like 3 to 4 weeks.
No fair. So
You are only in like the second week, so it's like at the point where they like it's all mixed together, but now it needs to like ferment and everything.
okay, so it doesn't taste very nice.
No.
Okay, so so I take a swig and then just immediately spit it all back up.
Yeah.
That shite is not ready yet, fucking hell. And so, tell you what. So yeah, I think during the day, I might take some time when we camp every day just to go to like the nearby, wherever we are nearby, and look for like any like naturally growing herbs or like root vegetables or anything that I think could add flavour to the ale,
All right.
the herbaceousness.
Go ahead and make a survival check.
Thank fuck you said that I had +5 in it.
I was thinking either survival or nature. Okay.
Damn, another 19, you fucking
Well,
crazy boy.
you find quite a few herbs, though the amount that you could actually use kind of very quickly tapers off as you realize that it's like, oh wait, no, that one's poisonous. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, nope. But you do find a few like herbs and a few berries and such that would not potentially kill you.
Okay, that's good. And so I come back with a bag somewhat full of like what looks like random leaves and berries, and I just sit in the corner by my ale, taking little nibbles of the berries and the leaves, to like think of how if it would work with the ale profile kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then if I go, and then like I open up, chuck a few leaves in, and then that's like my like routine most nights.
All right.
Nice.
Also, as well, in the case of obviously camping down and such, whoever would be taking watch mostly, just make a perception check for me, just to see how well you go through the days.
I'll be taking watch most days.
Okay,
Always
go ahead and make a perception.
Wait,
What's creation doing?
Val, I'm assuming. Oh.
Not me.
Yeah, Val would be main.
I help, but I'm actually terrible at perception, so
Yeah.
I'd be more than happy to do it. Val would say he would do it, but he would.
I'd say for the sake of it, both of you make a separate perception check.
Sure.
Okay. 14.
Not bad.
3.
That's bad.
Okay. So, around the third night of you doing this, Trofnar, you notice a shape in the distance. It appears to be an orc, slightly scarred and such. But as you look at the orc, it looks a bit familiar. And as you catch eyes with the orc. You watch as it quickly, like, just notice, backs away, and legs it.
I'm guessing Valeth hasn't noticed this orc.
Nope.
It was our old friend.
Yeah. I I nudge him in the ribs, and go,
Yes.
That's our old friend. Do you want to go chase him down?
Sure. And I'll just go, fly fast, Trotnar, and then I'll put my hand on his shoulder and I'll cast fly on me and him.
It takes me a second to go. Wait, do what? And then like immediately up we go.
Yeah.
Lie, you fools.
And yeah, so we have 60-foot speed.
Okay. With that, you're able to catch up to the orc quite easily. By the time you get to him, you can see he's sort of like jumped into a little like ditch, and he's just like just pulling branches. It's not a good effort at hiding himself.
I'll just telepathically, in his mind, just say, stop where you're going, please.
He was actually going there where he like jumped in a ditch and was like kind of like, you can see him like he was like trying to put mud over himself and such to try and hide. Yeah, you just see him stop and he just like looks up and sees you.
I promise you won't be able to hide from us.
He's just looking up at you.
So wait, so is he in the ditch?
Yes.
He's in the pit.
He's in the ditch. You can see like he's like got a handful of mud, and you can see like part of him's already covered in it. It looks like he tried to, like Predator, cover himself in mud, camouflage kind of deal.
Okay, and then I think while holding on to with one hand onto Valeth, I reach into my belt and pull out one of my hand axes, and because wait, where are we in relation to the orc?
You are about 20 feet above him.
Okay. Do you reckon?
Why?
Do you reckon if I let go, he'd break my fall?
You don't know.
Why?
You are
doing this?
flying by your own volition, Trotnar. You could simply land if you wanted.
I don't think I know how.
You do.
And
I'll just start like floating down towards him.
Yeah. So I float. I on my descent, I sort of move down to like behind the orc, and then touch down behind him, and then I try to like grab him from behind.
Sure.
What do I do for that?
He doesn't resist.
Okay, and so I grab him from behind. So I have basically have him in a headlock, and then like have the hand axe like up against his throat.
Trotnar, can you remind me who this is again?
Remember the band of orcs who were sent to kill us on the way to Almondale?
That's right.
This was the one we let get away.
And didn't we tell him that we never wanted to see him again?
Right.
I can explain. I can explain.
Right.
Then start explaining.
Give me a straight answer, and I'll see what happens. Or you, sorry, I'm trying to get like an intimidating sentence strung together.
Okay.
Like you tell us what the fuck you're doing back with us, or we'll find out if this axe will go through your brainstem.
So I tried to find one of the camps after I got the mount, and I got lost.
Got lost.
Yeah.
You gotta have a better excuse than that, my friend. And he feels like the axe start to dig into his neck.
I just got lost.
You just happened to run into us again.
In the middle of the fucking night.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound very reasonable, my friend.
Look, I've been stuck here for I don't know how many days. I've already ate the mount. I don't know where I am.
You're on the road? Yeah.
Can I roll insight to see if this guy's genuine,
Sure.
or at least if I think he's genuine?
Sure, roll an insight check. You
Wow.
have no idea.
Ah, sausages and beans.
Well, Trothnor, we should keep to our word.
This guy is a fucking idiot. Right.
I agree.
All right, numbskull. And I sort of I get close to his ear so I make sure that he fucking hears me. And I sort of go, all right, Almondo is that fucking way. And I point towards where we came from. You run in that direction. You do not fucking stop. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
What did I just say?
Go in the direction you guys went. Don't stop till Olmidame.
So they came to an agreement then, and then I tug the axe from away from his neck, and then I sort of push him out into the dirt.
All right, he stumbles a bit. So, oh, right. You don't want me going through your camp thing? No.
What the fuck do you think?
No.
Yeah, you're getting smarter, lad. I like it.
Oh, okay.
Get the fuck away from us.
All right, and he turns and not like at a full sprint, but like a jog, roughly.
And I stand there just keeping an eye on him until he leaves, until I can't see him anymore.
All right, which isn't very far.
I'm sure.
But eventually, yeah, the knight just swallows him, and you assume that he's going in the right way, or he might get lost at the crossroads.
You think he's just an idiot, Trothnor?
Probably, aye.
I'm not quite sure, but
If he's not an idiot, he's one of the better actors I've met.
yes, exactly. Perhaps I'll keep an eye on him.
Can you do any of your dark demon business to do that, or are you just gonna haunt his dreams for a few nights?
I could speak to him in his dreams. I could speak to him during the day at a distance. But yes, things like that.
Leave that in your head and big man. Don't be afraid to get creative. And I give him like a tap on the side.
We'll see.
It's fucking cold out here. I'm going back
Do we?
to
I'm pretty sure we just know him as like Orc Guy. I don't know what we have a name for.
You never asked his name.
Yeah, we didn't ask his name last time either.
He's just dumbass orc.
Yeah, and then I fly back to camp at least.
And I guess I very awkwardly talk, and I see you take off, and I'm like, so what? Do I just think of going up?
Yes.
Okay.
Just imagine yourself. Have you ever had a dream, Trothnor, where you could fly?
Maybe as a wee bear, but.
And you remember flying through the sky at the whim of your imagination. Just do that.
And yeah, I close my eyes very tightly, and then after like a few seconds, I just start lifting I just start lifting off the ground, and then I open my eyes and shout in Dwarvish, like what the fuck, and then I start panicking. But I'm guessing like I eventually get the handle of myself, and then I calm down, and then I fly back to the camp with Valeth.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Just like the idea that Valeth is like some weird demon Peter Pan.
Yeah, pretty much. I thought, yeah. I thought you were gonna say like you should close your eyes and say, "I do believe in fairies. I do."
It'd be he can fly from Peter Pan, but as a death metal song.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't like fly around like Peter, how he still like sort of like swoops around and spins around and stuff like that. He just like just floats around like Darkseid. That's what he looks like when he's
Pretty
floating.
much. Yeah. What,
Just
what,
like
what, just
completely
like
vertical, just hands behind his back.
That's so, and like Trothnar is trying to do that, but like it's not working. Like he's like stumbling and like falling in altitude and catching himself in like a split second, and like
Whoa, going really fast, then going really slow, and going really fast. Oh god, that's pretty good.
It's
Doing like flipping upside down and like not being able to get back the right way up again.
I'm
It's
not
like,
really thinking, and I almost like hit a tree. Yeah.
so good.
So I think after some aerial tomfoolery, we do eventually make it back to camp.
And then your entire camp is robbed and everyone is killed now.
I swear to fuck, if that was a thing, if we came back to it's on fire.
Yep.
All right.
It's just Dirtchild like swinging like Delson's hat on fire. He's like, I don't know what happened.
Yeah. It's literally just it's literally just Delson, just like strung up by his leg on one of the trees.
All right. So after that little event, you continue to make your way to Underook. As you begin to get closer, within about a day or two of arriving, you start seeing the mountains appear. They start small, but eventually get larger and larger. Until eventually, Trothnar, you see a familiar opening between the two mountains. You can see, set in the hills nearby, two large watchtowers. You know from your time living here that these are the first line of defense upon any attack that happens.
Yeah.
And as you go by them, you can see the walls on the side begin to rise up, but they go from sloped to sheer to then chiseled inwards as you continue going down deeper into this pass. You keep going down and you start seeing people moving around, seemingly vanishing into the walls until you get closer and realize that there are entryways fitted into these, this sheer chiseled wall. You do get to a stable in which you would have to leave your horses. Stabling is 2 silver pieces per horse per day.
Okay, hold on. So how many horses have we got now?
You've got Milo, you've got Diorian, and there we go. Gratian's got it.
Nice, man. Nice. I'm trying to do some math. Yeah, 8 a day.
Well, no, because you don't have
Hey, can I just keep Milo with me for now? Because he has the beer with him.
Sure, though in terms you'll have to bring him back in order to,
Yeah, I don't think we can just have a mule just sat out wherever we stay in what's it called? In Underook.
He's my pet.
Mm-hmm.
He's not like Milo to me is less of a. He's not like a utility creature. He's just my pet. He's like, I have a pet donkey.
Yeah.
Yes, but he's still a donkey. Donkeys need to be in stables.
I arrived late and they were handing out familiars.
Well then, yeah, I guess I'll pay 2 silver.
And I think, and
you
by the
going
way,
to do with your beer, Trevor?
I can't really hear you. You're like muffled and far away.
I know. I'm talking to my phone. I don't know why. So
that
bad.
Sorry, what did you say?
What are you going to do with your beer?
Can't leave it here. Fuck, I might have to carry it. Or... Hey, don't you have that, like, fucking flying disc thing?
I do.
Can we
Would
just
you
put it
like
on
me
the
to
back of
carry it
that?
for you?
Hey, can you be a solid and just like, carry it
that.
on that?
Very well. and I'll start ritually casting just floating disc.
So very much, lad.
All right. Sablehand is just looking godly as Valif is casting this.
As I'm reading some rituals from a magic book.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stable man must think you're weird.
Yeah, he's got a very confused look on his face, but eventually you finish the spell, create the disc, and you place the keg on top of the disc. So, you head towards around about the middle of where these two passes are, and you can see that the entrance here is much wider, which you know is basically the central road in and out of Underook.
Yeah.
So you enter in, and it very steeply starts heading downwards before leveling out. Unlike Platinum Hold, you know that Underook is not just some large, expansive cavern. It's more of a case of smaller caverns that have just been mined through and expanded to work around the fact that these caverns aren't connected.
Aye.
More pathways start to appear, smaller ones, where people start walking through. And at one point, you begin to round a corner, and the wall to the right of you has got holes punched through. And as you kind of like look through these holes, you can see an expansive area that's dominated by forges and mines, and covered in mine carts. You know, Trofnar, that this is the current mining operations for the city. And you know this main pathway that you're on is called the Crag Walk.
Okay, hold on. Let me get these in the campaign notes. So...
We all miss an L.
Yeah.
Yes, already. He's already there.
Through the city. It's called the Crag Walk. Got it. Cool.
Alright, so.
By the way, just so like people are aware, like you can like see Trothar's face, and it's like a mixture of like a little bit of excitement of like a little bit of excitement, but a lot of like anxiety and trepidation.
Are you going to be all right, my friend?
I hope so, lad. I do. I really do. I haven't been here in hell longer than any of you guys have been alive.
Isn't that true, old man?
Pardon?
Nothing.
I believe Delson was calling you old, Truffner.
If he thinks that's an insult, he needs to get some better ones. I'm very well aware of just how much of an old fuck I am. Okay. Alright, let's head deeper into the sea. Follow me. And yeah, I proceed to... So these like little holes that go into... that show the mining operation.
Yes.
There's no way of getting into there, is there?
Not from where you are. You'd need to go further down and off the Crag Walk.
Yeah. I'm trying to get through the notes quickly. I can't remember. Oh, sorry, I'm just thinking about something. Sorry, what did you say, Tom?
So to get to where the mining area is, first most you need to have permission there. Excuse me. You need to have permission to go there. Secondly, you have to go off the Crag Walk and deeper down.
Uh-huh.
He's swallowed a fly.
So in that case, I go like... So in that case, I just like, you can't get through this way. And then I guess they see me go from this main path and dive, we go through this one and take it. I go into one of the other passageways back into the city.
All right. So what is it that you're trying to go?
I think at the moment I'm trying to get to like the commercial district. of Underook, where like the inns and the markets and stuff are.
Okay. So the crag walk does go through there. You were asking how to get to the mines. That is not where the crag walk goes to.
Oh fuck! I thought the crag walk went to the mine. Sorry.
No. The crag walk is the main area. It splits off, and the crag walk. To get to the mines, you have to go off the crag walk.
Sorry. I misunderstood. All right. So then I say we can break into there later, lads. We should get some sort of a place to stay here before we do anything, right? Like I think
Probably, yeah.
I know a few places that might still be open. Follow me. And I walk and I keep going down the crag and I guide the group further down the crag walk.
All right.
How does it look like all the workers and whatnot here are treated? Like, how does it look like?
It's not as good as Platinum Hold, but I mean they seem happy. You see a few of them that are grumbling, but like you kind of overhear them just talking about like issues with like the mine carts or stuff. It's not really the case of they don't seem to be poorly treated. It's just any that are in a foul mood are just odd because that's kind of their personality.
Yeah, they're still dwarves, and so they're still sort of ornery and whatnot.
Yeah, it's a case of where it's like there may be some people that hate their jobs, but there may be some that absolutely love the job that they're doing.
Alrighty, so there's no blatant mistreatment of people. That's good then. Okay, continue.
No, not anymore at least.
So, in terms of inns, Trofnar, you know of 3 of them. The first one you know is the Miner's Wash Bucket.
Of course.
Another one. This one is one that you haven't been to, but it's called the Tinker's Lounge. This is part of a separate district, which is more gnome dominant. It's often where the Artificers reside in. They reside in a little bit of a separate area. Still close by, but a little bit off to the side.
Okay.
And the last one is called the Cozy Corner.
Oh.
Which is aptly named because it is in the corner of the commercial district.
Well, if any of the old haunts are still here, there's 2 nearby. How could we change fuck tons since I've been here, but up to you guys. You got the Miner's Wash Bucket and the Cozy Corner. What do you fancy?
The
The
cozy corner sounds cozy.
Do I know anything about the Cozy Corner besides the fact that it's in the corner?
It's one of the more fancier inns.
Okay. I'm guessing by the name of the Miner's Wash Bucket, it's not actually very nice.
I mean, you've been in there a few times. It's decent.
Okay.
And
Like Trofnar terms.
And as I say, like Tinker's Lounge, you've never been there. You know it exists, but you've never been there.
Yeah. Cozy Corner's pretty nice. With area of drinks. Well, it's nice. It's nice and comfy in there. Let's give that a go. And so I guide the party through the commercial district to the Cozy Corner, or to where the Cozy Corner is, or used to be, or whatever.
All right. So, as you head through this district, you find that a lot of the buildings are rather uniform in the sense of they are essentially just chiseled out partially, and any decorative is down to oftentimes like the person that owns the property. Heavy use of stone, very little wood is used. The only one that you see, and that is simply because it is very unique, is a wooden structure. It looks almost like a small airship. You know of this. You know it is a shop that is called the Celestine Skyboat.
Nice.
And that's usually the indicator of where like the Tinkerer's district begins, because it's right on the edge of it between the Tinker's District and the general Dwarven Commercial District. But as you pass it, you eventually arrive at where the paths sort of start to thin out until you find a well-chiseled... it almost looks like the front of like a fancy American bank. It's got like stone pillars and such. Actually, no, it looks almost like a Greek pantheon, almost.
Yeah.
You can see the stairs and the stonework. As you go inside, you can see that while it is still like stone walls and ceilings, you can see that the furniture, it's a mixture of like padded furnishings and wooden tables. But the biggest thing is it's quite small.
How small are we talking?
Like, with the patrons that are there now, your party would amount to nearly half.
Oh, wow.
But you know that this is a place which is... Because it's in the corner, it isn't very big, so it can't house a lot of people. So you do know that they do focus more on quality more than quantity.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, you just see me sort of look around, and I sort of like feel like a big. I do like a big sigh, and I have like a genuine like sort of. And I have a genuine sort of smiled, satisfied look on my face that I haven't had for a while now. And I go, and I just sort of turn to the group and go, well, what do you think of the place?
It definitely lives up to its name.
It reminds me of home.
Yeah, it does kind of remind me of my family's cottage.
Well, was yours chiseled out? Was yours chiseled fresh out of a fucking mountain, lad?
No, but it was made of sturdy stones, and then some vines wrapped around.
This place is. I get it. This place is small, but they treat you like kings here. They do. It's a good place. This. Can't speak if they got enough rooms for all of us, but it's a decent little place.
Of course.
And then I step further into the cozy corner, and I go up to the bar and get myself a drink.
All right. The bartender is it's a dwarf, male dwarf. Looks to be, in terms of human years, about the equivalent of his mid to late 20s. He has a rather closely cut beard, like it isn't like incredibly long, but it is it's like well trimmed and everything. It's sort of like a dark brownish orange color, like almost like it's like he's ginger, but not quite.
Yeah.
You can see he's got a actually rather nice looking apron.
Nice.
Like it's got like different embroidery on it and such, and a green tunic. And he's just kind of filling up the tankard of one of the other patrons, the dwarf. He says, "Aye, welcome to the cozy corner. You're a new face, aren't you?"
I haven't been here in a good couple of years, friend.
An old sword, aye. What can I get you for, brother?
Oh. What ails you got in this? What ails you got in about these days?
We got some good old standard dwarven ale. We got some regular ale for them tall folk. We've also got our specialty Flame Seeker ale.
Beg your pardon?
Aye, Flame Seeker ale from the Flame Seeker brewery.
And you can see Trofnar's entire body when he says Flame Seeker Ale just tense up, and like like his heart skips a fucking beat when he hears that surname. He goes, and then he realizes that but then he realizes what he's doing and stops and.
You all right? You all right, old timer?
I fine. Sorry, old age, I get a pint of that. That'll be nice. The flame, whatever.
Flame seeker ale, gotcha. And what about them that came in with you?
They can choose for themselves. Just get that ale, will you?
I will have one of those as well.
Flame seeker ale for 2 of you, gotcha.
You said
For 3.
for 4,
4?
but you mentioned Flame Seeker Brewery. That's not one I've heard of.
I wouldn't be surprised, no offense, but you elven folk aren't. Dwarven ale's an acquired taste, shall we say.
Of course.
So that's 4 flame seeker ale. That'll be 4 gold then. 1 gold each.
I tend to agree. I'll get these lads, don't worry. And I reach into my bag, and I give him 5 gold and say, "Hey, keep that as a tip, will you?"
Right. Takes it. He heads into the back room for a few minutes, and then he comes out carrying 4 flagons of ale, and he just places them down in front of you. There we go. Best ale in Underook.
I instantly grab the mug of ale and just and basically without even moving my eyes, I instantly just march to the opposite corner of the cozy corner and just sit down at a table.
All right.
By any chance, where is this brewery located?
Oh, it's over by the trying to remember the common word for it. The Paris, that's the word.
I see then.
Aye, it's where a few of the breweries are, usually the ones of high standing.
And from the other and from the other side of the bar, I just in a very terse, very frank tone, I just shout over the what are they called? The forge pail is still on top, I take it.
Oh, aye, it's meant to be a discussion of basically the voting process, shall we say.
What do you mean?
Well, the Stone Heaps have recently been making some gains here, and they asked to call a vote to see who has the most heft here, shall we say.
Which clan was it again? Sorry, I'm just writing this down in a note.
The Stone Heaps. The Stone Heaps are the architects. They're the ones that built the grasp and the joining bridge that's over Jurhan.
Thank you. Okay. And from hearing that, you just hear like a muttered, "Oh, all right," and then I just go back and just sitting there, not even fucking drinking the ale, just staring at it.
Okay. All right. The other ones of you grab your flagons of ale, and you just kind of find a table. A little bit difficult. You have to like shift a few over. But any dwarves that have like spare seats, they don't seem to mind. It's like, yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah. How many? So how many people are in the inn?
You would make about half of the people in the inn right now. There's 7 other people, and it is probably close to capacity at this point now because of it.
Also, I was kind of thinking because this is a bit out of the way. like how many like people have we seen walking around Underook who aren't either gnomes or dwarves?
There's a small amount of them, mostly humans, but it is predominantly dwarves.
It's not as like cosmopolitan as Platinum Hold.
No.
Okay. Cool.
But this is normally the case, simply because oftentimes Underook is usually used as a stopping point for people going between Ulmendau and Lesdor.
Yeah. Yeah. People women and their girlfriends. Yeah. Sorry.
I swear, I'm gonna make it a plot point that Lesdor changes their name. Just out of spite.
We do it out of love, Tom.
All right.
Well, time to try this ale.
Okay, so you take a swig of the ale and your eyes instantly water up. It is immensely strong. Like you've had Dwarven ale before, this is stronger than that.
Oh boy, that's stronger than even the normal Dwarven stuff.
And just seeing his reaction, just with a wry chuckle, let's go. Set your heart on fire, did it, lad?
I take us another sip of this.
You used to the light stuff, lad.
Probably.
And I look, and again, seeing that reaction, I pick up my mug of Flameseeker ale and very trepidatiously bring it to my lips and take a sip.
All right. It is very strong, and it's also a familiar taste. It is one that you have tasted about 100 years ago.
Yeah, I know. And as I take that sip, you sort of you see me stop, and I just go completely still, and then a couple seconds later, just like a tear just starts going down one of my cheeks.
I reach over and I pat him on the shoulder.
And I immediately just pick up the ale, and I bring it back to the barkeep, and then just staring dead into his eyes, trying to hold back tears, I say, "I think that's from a bad batch, lad."
Oh, is it? Let me see. Takes the flagon off you, pulls out a much smaller mug, just pours a bit in and drinks it. You sure, lad? It seems fine to me.
Get me another fucking ale.
Flameseeker or normal?
Not normal. Get me any fucking ale, okay?
Right. Just takes it. Comes back a little bit later with another flagon of ale. There we go. Regular old ale. Dwarven ale.
How much?
Yeah, you paid me an extra gold. It ain't worth anything.
Here, take another 2, and I hand him 2 more.
Lad, that's only 2 silver. You don't need to give this.
Take the charity for me as a favor.
Right. Just places it in his pouch.
And again, I take the mug again, march back to the seat across the room, and this time I go back to the seat where I sat, and this time I turn it towards the wall and just sit down, just cut away from everyone else and just drink.
Not her.
All right. This is also familiar, but not in that sense. This is just regular bog standard dwarven ale. It's nice, but it's regular.
Can Raya tell him to stop being such a bitch baby?
If she wants to.
Yeah, are you actually going to do that? In that case, so she starts basically laying into me, calling me a coward and a bitch and whatever. And without thinking, I leap out of my chair and punch her straight in the ribs.
Make an attack roll.
Jesus Christ.
Would that be straight strength?
That would be just a straight up attack.
How do I do that? How do I do that?
Just roll as if you're going to attack with your great axe. You're not actually going to be using your great axe, but it's easier to do a roll with that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Raya, you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as you're punched in the chest. Like just like in your right in your solar plexus. It's like.
And basically, as soon as I land that punch and she recalls and she like steps backwards, I come to my sense. Go, oh my god! I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, please don't hate me. Don't.
Both of you, calm yourselves down right now.
And I can see myself I can feel myself sort of losing control, and I immediately shout to the barman, "Got any rooms?"
We got 3. Bring enough people to bunk up.
Well,
Trotnar, deep breaths. Deep breaths, big man.
I need to be alone right now, okay? I need just to lie down and collect myself, okay? I'm.
One of us is going to be up there watching, man. We don't want you doing something crazy.
I'm not a fucking baby, okay? I just need to lay my head down somewhere, okay?
Fine.
How much? How much for one?
1 gold.
And I quit, and I immediately and I reach into my coin purse, and I essentially throw the 1 gold at him, and then march upstairs.
Bring your fancy off the ones which there you go.
What did he say?
He said, pick the one that you want, and then you were already stumping up to...
I basically just march, and then I go all, and is it like a corridor of rooms?
Yes.
I take the one at the end, open it, slam the door shut.
All right. It's a well-furnished room, quite large as well. Despite being as small as it is, there's quite a decent amount of space.
I don't care about how nice the room is. I immediately march over to the bed, hastily remove all of my armor, and then just sit at the end of it, reading the list of warden names.
All right.
Fortune, do you mind keeping an ear out on him, just in case something starts going bad?
I will.
Thank you.
Valeth, you want to help me with that?
Yes, I can keep an eye on Trotner.
Yes, you can, Raya. You can either have regular ale, dwarven ale, or flame seeker ale.
Can I also give her my ale that I haven't drank yet?
So Fortune gives you some Flameseeker Ale, which is the strongest one. Bottle. Your friend's given a lot of gold, so just kind of like reaches under and pulls out a bottle of what appears to be Flameseeker. Yes. She can. It is incredibly strong. Like she knows. Ryan knows how to handle her drink, but even then, this is like the eyes water.
Okay, so essentially, there's basically not a noise at all from the inside of the room Trothanar stormed into. Like, it's completely still. And then actually a couple minutes go by, and then you hear some rustling, the sort of squeak of the squeak of someone getting up from the bed, and then a sound of scraping along the floor. Several times.
Okay, yeah, Fortune and Valve, you guys are hearing this.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let Trothanar do whatever he'd like to do right now. He said he wanted to be alone, so Volith is letting him be.
All right.
I'm gonna knock on the door. Trothanar?
No response.
Knock again. Trothanar?
No response.
I swear to God, you overgrown man-child, I will kick this door open on the count of 3.
Roll deception.
Yes, right, I can continue to drink.
Did you say deception?
No, roll perception.
Perception, okay.
Okay, 19. With that, from the other side of the door, you hear a sort of a big tearful sigh on the other side of the door.
Really quick question. How much does Trothanar weigh?
Oh God.
I think about 350 pounds, I want to say.
I've got that stat. Do you want in just pure dwarf muscle, or is that like everything I'm wearing, my bag and stuff?
I would assume you don't have your bag on you at the moment?
No, I've set that down. How much do I weigh? I'm medium size. Yeah, I'm about. What did you say?
About 250.
Yeah, about 250. So like a sort of heavyweight boxer kind of weight. Yeah.
Okay, I was just wondering.
What, were you gonna try to like suplex me or something?
You don't know. But just more annoyed knocking on the door.
And again, you don't get apart from the occasional sounds of sniffing, the odd cough, and the odd whimper. You don't hear anything.
Yes, right, you can storm up there.
Can I try and picklock the door?
Sure.
I'm following Raya up.
Go ahead, use your thieves' tools, and add your dexterity to it. 12. Thankfully, it is a regular door. There's nothing special about it. So you're able to pick the lock, and...
the door doesn't open.
Oh.
That scraping from earlier was Trothanar barricading the door.
God damn it, Trothanar.
Kick in the door. Make an attack roll, Raya.
I hear her scrabbling for the door, and I hear it open, and in a tearful, almost like a mix between like a yell and a yelp. You just hear me go, I want to be left alone.
And as you say that, Raya just donkey kicks the door. What you were using to barricade it? Actually, like, what was it we were using to barricade it?
I was using like a chair, a bedside table.
Oh yeah, no, that chair is fucked.
Basically like standard like hotel room furniture stuff. Just, like,
Yeah, no, that chair is fucked, and the door swings open.
Raya, no.
I immediately so you see a very tearful Trofnar sat just muttering names to him as soon as he muttering names, reading a piece of paper to himself. As soon as he hears and sees Raya kicking the door, he leaps out of bed, grabs his warhammer, grits his teeth, and stands guard.
Trofnar, calm yourself down right now. It's just us.
Troth, you're being the biggest bitch I've ever met in my life. We're here for you, and we're trying to help you. You want to come up here and cry and whine about your past. If you want to fix it, we'll fix it. If not, I'm going to kick your fucking ass.
Raya, can you stop kicking people's asses for 5 minutes?
If he'd behave, I would.
And with all the venom I can muster in my voice, I said to her, I'd like to see you tonight, you four-legged bitch.
All of you, stop right now! Yep, Delson just shouts out. Trofnar, I understand you're going through a lot. Your mind's not in the best place right now. But you're not alone. We're here for you. You don't need to run off like this. You don't need to keep letting it come up like this. It hurts.
Stop coddling him, Delson. He's an adult. He's hurting everyone else with his actions.
I know he is, Raya. And I know that you're naturally aggressive too, but sometimes you need to actually deal with these with some sort of tenderness. We don't want him running off and getting himself killed.
I don't care if he does. He's gonna get us all killed acting like this.
You might not care, but some of us do. And I know where you're coming from, again. I'm trying to make sure that all of this doesn't boil over and lead to us tearing at each other's throats.
While Delson is giving this speech and sort of trying to defuse the situation, you see Trofnar loosen up his, like, stop gritting his teeth, the muscles in his face sort of relax from like the gritted, ready for a fight expression he had. And then his like almost like clockwork battle stance starts gradually fading away, and you see him holding the warhammer in one hand, and then before planting the hammer end into the ground and using the handle almost as like a walking stick or like a support to keep himself steady and like keep himself standing. I'm sorry.
Listen, man.
I can't help it, okay?
We all have problems. We all have issues that we're dealing with. But if we keep letting them get to us like this, we keep breaking down instead of taking our breaths, instead of remaining calm and trying to focus on how to solve this, we ain't going to accomplish nothing but getting each other killed.
No, I know. I was back then. I can smell them. I can hear their screams again.
You need help. Screams are gone.
And
Fires are gone.
And you
You are here.
And you see him just as he just utterly completely breaks down in a flood of tears. He lets go of the axe. The axe, the warhammer, sorry, tumbles to the floor, and he just collapses into a heap on the floor by the bed.
Fortune's just gonna go over to the poor, sad, crying dwarf and just try to comfort him.
Chopper, you troubled bastard. Oh, I'm genuinely crying in real life. Fucking hell.
Nice. Ed crying confirmed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Achieved.
I didn't have to do anything.
I know. Like old self-destructive Chopnot is also self-destructive to his to the man he's pulling his strings. And I think I guess when Fortune comes down to like pat him on sort of rub him the shoulder or to like give him like a hug or whatever. I'm guessing none of you none of you understand Dwarvish, right?
No.
Sort of in between, sort of hidden, like hidden by the tears. I say in Dwarvish. I say in Dwarvish. I don't deserve this. And what? I say in Dwarvish. I don't deserve this. As Fortune goes and tries to comfort me, I don't show any resistance. I just sort of let the comforting happen. And I just say like I just want it to end. I don't want to ever go back.
Trothnar, we're here to help you, but she does have a point. You need to stop feeling sorry for yourself and actually learn how to deal with these in a more healthy way. Yeah. We're here to help you when you're ready for that. But if you're going to keep crying, then perhaps we should leave him in this room. Wait until he's ready.
I just smack him upside the head and stop locking the damn door.
As Fortune gets up, and I'm guessing everyone else is everyone else leaving.
Yeah, I'm going to go to speak to Raya.
Okay. As everyone leaves, I'm guessing she gets up, gives me a back and tells me to stop locking the damn door. Can I try to grab her by the hand?
Sure. Make either an athletics or acrobatics check. And
okay.
Fortune, if you try and dodge it, then again athletics or acrobatics.
Amazing.
No, I'm not gonna try, but I like that he has to do a check to hold a hand.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, 24. Just clasp like round her wrist.
And quiet and almost in a half whisper, I say with I say again through the tears, just go. I just like deep. I say like deep into Fortune's eyes and just go. And I'm like squeezing her hand like a little child.
Fuck you, Trotner. She's just gonna sit on the floor with him.
Dalton is going to look back to them and just give a sigh, shake his head a bit.
All right. As you start coming down, the barkeep's like,
"Hey, I heard some banging up there. I asked the centaur, but she wouldn't say. What? You're not making a mess of things about, are you?"
Some stuff might have happened, but we'll pay for anything that got damaged by accident.
Marian's bid, what you broke?
I saw a chair get broken. We're sorry about that.
Was the door broken? It didn't fall off its hinges or anything.
no, but it definitely took some pretty hefty damage.
It has hoof prints. On an unrelated note, while they're up there, can I just be using the string that I have in my inventory to teach Trotner how to make a fucking friendship bracelet for both of them? Because he needs it, apparently.
Sure.
Friendship.
I'm guessing she like ties. So does see the thing of like hold out your wrist, and she ties it around.
I
Yeah.
assume. I don't know. I don't do friendship bracelets.
I know. I'm asking Anna.
Yes, she is making friendship bracelets for her and Trotnar.
Yeah, and then when she ties the friendship bracelet on, Trotnar goes like tries to hug her, but because he's like so like tired and emotionally drained, it's not so much of a hug, he more like just like collapses into her.
She pats him on the head. There, it's okay. No more drinking. You do that and I will set you on fire.
She can do that now.
And you just very like very slightly just hitch off and just go like, okay, like that. And so while sort of being held by Fortune, he just goes he just says to Fortune, he just goes you don't think I'm a monster, do you?
No. You're troubled. Let's go with the word troubled. You're just a little troubled.
Trouble's not the hardest of it. I'm so sorry. So sorry.
I know, Trothnar. But we're gonna work to try and make it better.
I really hope that's true. I really do.
But Raya is right. You do need to stop this type of behavior.
I know. I thought I was over this back in. I thought I was over this back in Grove, but I guess I wasn't. I do have. I have to work on this. I have to get some kind of closure. I just need to find out some fucking way of how to be happy in life and happy with the life I've led. And I don't think I know how. And at the end, when he says that, like you feel like almost like a vice like grip of him like holding onto you. Yeah, he doesn't really care if you're getting squished. He just needs to be held.
All right, Trothnar. If this sort of thing is going to happen, please stop squeezing me. I need my liver. I know you don't, but I need it.
Okay. Sorry.
If this is gonna happen, before you go off the rail, before you start throwing things, locking things, take a step back. At least give us a second to be able to take control of the situation. Or you can just pull me aside from the rest of the group. We'll figure it out. Okay?
And you see him sort of like take a big sniff, and sort of he stops leaning into you, and he sort of pushes himself back up to an upright position, sitting down, and he wipes tears from his eyes, and he goes, "Okay, that seems like something of a start. Okay, thank you for everything."
Alright. When everyone was asleep, I was planning on going out to survey the town. Why don't you come with me?
Oh no.
I don't trust myself with that. I think.
Nope, we're not doing anything bad. We're just looking around at the streets. That's it.
I'm literally surrounded by memories of my past. I can't risk that this will happen again.
You can't hide from it, Trothnar. We're gonna have to be going around the town.
I suppose I suppose you're right. I do have to face it someday. I suppose it's good that I won't have to do it alone. And I sort of and I look at her and sort of give her like almost like a childlike smile. Just with a mad old dog like me, you gotta just keep me on a short leash for a couple days, okay? I don't know what could happen. So I want you watching me like a hawk. I need that kind of oversight, that kind of guardianship, just to make sure I don't do anything horribly stupid. Do you mind doing that for me?
Yeah, I'll be right there with you. There's just one thing.
What?
You have to regularly bathe if I'm doing this with you.
Suppose I'm not really in a position to bargain, am I?
Not quite. Don't worry. I'll get you some nice smelling shampoo.
What?
The stuff that bubbles in your hair when you wash it.
Oh. Okay. I mean, give that a go. I mean, if we are going to, trying to work through the past towards the future, I suppose I should be trying new things. So let's go with this shampoo, whatever you called it. Okay. I'll have to ask if they've got a tub here. So what time do you wanna? What time do you wanna head out?
Perhaps around 1:30. Everybody besides Valith should be asleep by then.
Okay. I mean, I think in terms of the group here, I mean, I'm probably closest to you and Valith. We can always ask if he wants to tag along.
I would feel safer not bringing Valith along. I am going to be completely honest there. I am quite terrified of the fact that he does not sleep.
It is weird, but I feel some kind of odd kinship with the big man, and he's a good chap. I like. I don't know if it's grew up in dwarf holes. I don't know what it is, but I like the kid.
All right, you get some sleep. I'll go talk with Valith about this.
Thank you, and I don't know what you see in this mad old fool, but thank you. And literally with like a smile, but with like a small smile and just like a look of utmost sort of gratitude, and then like with so much sincerity, I say just thank you.
And she helps him to the bed, and she tucks him in, and then she gets the fuck out of there.
And then I just
mentally and emotionally exhausted. Sleep very quickly finds you.
Essentially, as soon as I get she puts the covers over me, and I think even before she leaves, I'm just out. Not even snoring, just like a corpse, just completely down.
Yep. Delson will actually go up to Raya. Still angry, big girl.
I'm not angry. Frustrated at the fact that y'all are gonna let him behave like that, and honestly, it makes me want to rethink my position. If just because Angel Girl isn't here, you're gonna let him act a fool and get all of y'all killed, then there's no fucking point in us being a party.
We're not letting him act like a fool. If he's going to keep acting like this, then we'll have to leave him behind.
Listen, and I'm only gonna say this one time because I'm not into the gross, mushy, gay stuff, okay? I care and love for every single one of y'all, including Tross dumbass. And so if something happens to y'all because one of you is too selfish to care enough about everybody, it's going to break.
I understand that.
I think she got a phone call partway through that.
She did, but I understood what you were saying.
Yeah.
Oh. Back to internet. No. If it isn't Roll20, this has been a day of disaster for our session in terms of technical issues. Okay. So if that's the case,
I'm sending something to her right now.
Okay. While he does that, is there anything else anyone else is doing during this period?
I believe I am going to talk with the creepy sleepy man. Valid!
Playing paper football with Gratian.
Aw.
Yes, Fortune.
Will you come talk with me in the creepy dark corner over there for a second?
There is someone in the creepy dark corner. It's a heavily cloaked figure.
Well, he's gonna have to share.
All right.
Is that actually a person over there?
No, there is legitimately a person in heavy cloaks in the corner.
Yeah, I look and I'm like, it seems to be occupied, Fortune.
Well, okay, let's just move slightly away from the group then.
Okay. Yeah, we go to a different table or over.
As I said, this place is nearly full at this point because you guys
Mm-hmm.
came in and basically filled it in.
So, you want to go for a walk tonight?
Sure. Where are we going?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere that we can get before everybody else wakes up.
That's fine with me.
Perfect. It's just gonna be you, me, and Trofnar at 1:30 in the morning.
Very well.
Wait, you said that there was someone in the cloak in the corner somewhere?
This entire place is practically full, but just the one, like, in one of the corners that's directed, you can see, like, there's mostly dwarves, a few gnomes, a handful of humans, but there's one that's just, like, in heavy cloak. In a big heavy cloak. You can't ascertain who they are.
Can I ascertain ascertain their size or anything?
I mean, they're about medium size.
Are they taller than a dwarf?
Yes, they are taller than a dwarf.
I'm going to actually go over to them.
I was gonna go ask Valith if he wants to go annoy the shit out of the guy in the corner.
Wait, what are we doing?
Apparently, there's a
You're
hooded
sleeping.
man in the corner.
Yeah.
I thought you guys were going out. I thought I was going out with you guys.
It's not. This is immediately after Fortune came down.
Yeah, she came down and talked to me.
Oh, okay, cool. I was checking.
You're just in sleep time. It's okay.
Just waiting for the PTSD to fade. Yeah.
Okay, so the three of you simultaneously approach this cloaked figure.
Oh god.
I just like watch from a distance at first.
Okay, two of you approach this cloaked figure.
Hey there, friend. Interested you in a drink?
I don't need such commodities, but thank you nonetheless.
Is that so?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. Can I try and get a look at their face?
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Could I possibly try and help by Gus? Try and like whoosh the thing?
I would say no. It's a heavy cloak that they've got on.
Okay.
10. Difficult to see. The only thing you can see at this point now is rather thin, like gnarled hands almost, like thin bony arms and hands and such. That's all you can see with longish fingernails.
Hmm. May I ask? What brings you here then?
What brings other people here? The paths they follow take them places. I'm here because I sometimes offer services here.
I'm kind of afraid to ask for the group, but what kind?
I was about to.
I have a unique gift, you see. I have the ability to see ahead of things, the paths you walk, and the places it may take you. I also can ask the stars with...
It's a female-sounding voice, very old-sounding. You see that she pulls out a deck of cards.
Or I can see what the cards say about you.
Ooh, please do.
I'll try the cards and the future stuff. Is that so?
Yes, should I give you a glimpse of your future? No others will be able to for some time.
Yes. I will take the glimpse.
Then cross my palms with gold, and Clarissa of the open paths shall see what there is ahead of you.
I shall take out some gold.
Alright, how much gold are you giving her?
I shall give. I will give 160.
Okay. So you hand the small pouch, you see she sort of like weighs it in her hand before she slowly like places it under her cloak. And as she does, she like puts her hands up to the side and actually takes the cloak off. Even though this is a humanoid-looking person, there is something not human about it. It takes a while to click in, but then you realize you've heard stories about this. Of covens of hags that reside in the forests. And though you've never seen one with your own eyes, this appears to be a hag. Her skin is a deep red crimson. She looks incredibly old. Surprisingly, minus the like near skeletal arms and hands, her face actually looks... You've heard stories of hags being grotesque, but this one doesn't appear so.
Then, please, sit, child.
I shall listen.
Right, so you sit like opposite her, and you watch as she takes out what looks to be like a small spindle with some gold string or gold wire on it. She begins to place it on the table in various directions. She sort of like leans down and breathes on the gold, and you actually watch it evaporates and begin to form above you. And as you look, you feel almost like you're conscious leaving your body. Fortune, all you see is Delson just looking up. There is no cloud of dust, the wires are just there. The hag is just watching intently, but you can see on occasion like her eyes like look over to you. And on Fortune's side of things, you don't hear... Actually, because you won't hear any of this, Delson, it is time to go to the secret channel.
Yay!
Alright, so... This is fun. I don't think we've ever been in the secret... Oh no, we have been in the secret channel like once.
Yeah, I don't really... Yeah, I was speaking with Therese, I believe.
Yes. So, let's see if any of this music works. It's probably not going to, and that's going to make me sad. Okay. The expanse around you is pure white. Standing next to you is Clarissa. As you feel yourself start to move forward, you see the golden trails of Fred so like branch out. They branch more and more.
Your paths are few but close knit. I shall allow you to see the most powerful of those paths.
You watch as several of the paths just vanish outwards.
Look within and see your destination.
She just stands there as you continue to walk forward. As you follow the trail of Fred, there is about 5 different pathways that are glowing.
Mm-hmm.
Which one do you go to?
I shall take the far left one.
Okay, the far left one. You look through. It's almost like a mirror appears, and as you look through, you can see yourself alone in a farmhouse. It's not the one that you grew up in. You see yourself sitting there with a rather somber face. As the vision sort of clears slightly, you can see several different... Like, it's clear that this cottage has not been looked after very well.
Mm-hmm.
And then the mirror shatters. It doesn't... Now the glass comes towards you, but it just vanishes.
Mm-hmm.
I can allow you to see 2 more of your past.
I would like to do so.
Alright, you got a choice of 4 more.
I will look in the middle one.
The middle one, you can see you, dead. Your throat ripped open. Eyes of sadness and horror cover your face. A winged figure in the distance. After a few seconds, that mirror also shatters.
Mm-hmm.
Only 1 more I have the power to show.
All right, then. I shall take the far right.
The far right one. It shows you in a field, a forest nearby, a small campfire is in front of you. And your friends are there. Nemesis, Valif, Trofnar, and all the others. You seem happy but also conflicted as you're just silently playing a tune. And that mirror, and with the remaining 2, also shatter.
Your path is fraught, and it holds a deep and difficult choice. What you do then will cause one of these.
And you kind of see, like, where the path begins to branch out, sort of brighten slightly.
Mm-hmm.
You actually see it sort of forms a small cloud of snow, almost, before it vanishes. And as you blink, you find yourself looking up at the ceiling, back in the inn. Now back we go to the session, chaps.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alrighty. So, Fortune, after about 10 minutes, you see Delson kind of like, his head lolls back slightly before he like jolts forward suddenly.
Yeah.
Those are the paths that are free of you to choose. Many more exist, but they are not as powerful.
Including the unseen paths.
Yes, just because a path is visible to you now and is strong does not mean that it is the one that you are forced to walk.
That much I understand well. As the wheel of fate turns on and on, there are many things that come along that none can predict.
Your fate is not absolute. No matter what they say, a path can always be found.
Kind of leans back and like slowly turns to you. At this point, you can see like her. It's sort of. It's even though she like turns, it's sort of jittery and somewhat unnatural.
And you, young tiefling, you wanted to know what the cards told you, yes?
Yes.
Then cross my palms with silver.
I hand her the 13 silver that I have.
Okay. She takes out some cards, and I need to quickly look in the book because I know what I assigned them to, but I don't remember which card is associated to what number. So give a second. That is way too far. There we go. Roll a d10 for me. Because she basically like hands out, like places several cards, and they says,
Choose one, child.
4.
4. Okay. So, this one, she flips over, and it shows what appears to be a set of scales.
You will be one that helps keep the balance of what I know not. But you will be the one that chooses whether one pivots one way or another. By all means, choose one more.
Sorry, I'm typing this out as you're speaking. You said one more D10?
Yes.
Very creative, Fortune. Very creative.
Okay. So for this one, it looks like I forget what it's called, but it's that one thing they use in theaters where it's like got a happy face and a sad face.
The mask of comedy and tragedy.
That's the one. That's the one.
I think they've called them like the theatre masks. I think they've called them.
Yeah, but I think Dom's right with the official name for it.
While you may cause the balance to pivot and twist, you look to be one that will make a good show of it, regardless of your choice.
She just scoops up the cards and places them back in her cloak. All the typing. Type.
Sorry.
It's alright.
Thank you for that.
She just smiles and slowly puts the cloak back over her head.
I tire now. Such reading of the paths drains me. I hope you find the answers you seek.
Mhm. Perhaps the paths gave a small hint to me.
There's no response from the hag. She just kind of like, you see her head sort of like go lower down a little bit, but beyond that, nothing.
I just nod and start to walk away.
Okay, so is there anything else that people wish to do before they retire for the night outside of those that are going on their little exploration?
I'll explore the town tomorrow.
Okay, so it sounds like everyone is sleeping until they go on their little explory time.
Valeth is the perfect clock. He never sleeps. He can wake all of us up.
Unfortunately, he doesn't
Yep.
have the keen mind feat, so
No, I don't know. I don't know what time it is, and I'm probably going to be wrong if I guess. So
Make an intelligence check just for the hell of it.
Oh.
Nice.
Where did my sheet go? Intelligence.
Five. Okay. All right. You do eventually wake. Fortune and Trofnar are up. But you have no idea if it's 1:30.
Oh, you absolute space cadet. It's like, let's sneak through town at 12 in the afternoon.
All right.
All right. Okay. Everybody up. Everybody up.
So, does someone come into memory to wake me up?
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah, you see me.
I just wake you up standing over you. Like,
It's
I don't
kind
know
of
if I can like whisper in his mind while he's asleep.
You could, technically.
That would be very creepy.
It's kind of like anyone that's played the first Assassin's Creed when Desmond wakes up to see the scientist just looming over him.
Yeah, no, it's exactly that for both of you. Unless I can't get in your room, obviously, then I'll knock.
Oh, you're able to get through. That door is fucked.
Yeah.
That's true.
But is Val smiling at him or not?
Again,
I'm always smiling.
I am out like a light. Do you stand over me, or do you just like do you like prod me?
I try to wake you in your mind with telepathy, and if you don't wake up from that, then I will jostle you awake.
Get the cattle prod.
Speaking into my mind doesn't wake me up.
Shaky.
Yeah, I give you a shake, and then it may start off light, but then it'll slowly get like more and more severe.
After a few seconds of violent shaking, I suddenly come to, and as I come to, I'm screaming my head off.
Trothnar, it's okay.
Trothnar,
all right, Trothnar.
It's okay.
Don't wake anybody.
Oh, it's just you, big man. Wait, didn't I just see you? Wait, you bastard! Were you just in my dream?
No, I was speaking to you.
And I'm not going to question that. I know what spooky bollocks you do.
I promise, I was just here to wake you up.
It's
Fortune said we were going for a walk.
Okay. Alright, just give me a sec to get ready. And I just got to get myself together. I'll be 2 secs. And I was wondering, do I still have my chainmail on me?
You don't have it on you, otherwise you'd get points of exhaustion because it's heavy armor. You can't sleep
Not
in heavy armor.
Not on me, as in like packed away in my bag.
You guys are the ones that are meant to be keeping track of your inventory.
I know. So I can't remember if I did or not. If I chucked it when I got my new armor, or not. So I'm just going to go and check my thing. If Ball 20, be nice, please. Bollocks.
No.
Roll 20 is being roll 20 and being a bit of a dick.
You could have put on the slip and slide chain, but no.
I don't have the slip and slide chain mail.
Yeah,
you do?
It's in the second bag.
Have I got the second bag?
No. That's my bag.
Okay, in that case,
I've asked for it.
In that case, sod it. I'll just put on my plate armor that is currently strewn all over the floor.
Okay. 10 minutes later.
Yeah, fair.
We can help him, and it makes it go faster.
Yeah. Did it help me?
5 minutes later.
There you go.
It's still plate-mail armor.
And then I just grab all my kit and go. Right, let's go on a tour of the town then. And then with a sort of a stop and a deep breath, I take one step and walk out the door.
Would the two of you like to fly?
God, no.
It's easy as anything. You need a bit of practice.
We do only get 10 minutes of it, so perhaps if we have something you'd like to use or do with that.
I do think if there's any watchmen out, three flying lads, a Goliath, a tiefling, and a scared looking dwarf would be quite obvious.
Also, keep in mind, due to the layout of Underook,
it's all like caves and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
It's
be
not
true.
platinum hold. It's not a
true.
massive cavern.
We'll be
It's
bumping our heads a lot, aye.
like a
Never
lot,
mind.
a lot of the buildings are literally floor to ceiling.
Yeah, it just caves. Like they're just tunnels.
Yeah, the entire city is basically just chiseled out of the inside of a mountain.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously a few cave areas. The mining section is a cavern. The Tinkerer's district is also another cavern, but a majority of Underook has been just chiseled out over
An entirely like hand-carved city, basically.
Yes, basically, with what few caverns are not massive.
Okay.
Like to give an idea, the wooden ship that's in the Tinkerer's district, like that's a small airship, but even that is like up to the ceiling.
No, there's no point flying around here. It's too small, and the passageways. It's just too much of a bother. I think we just stick it by foot, you know.
Yes, I think you're right.
I mean, if you want, we could all sit on your flying disc thing.
Well, it doesn't move on its own. You have to pull it.
Can you not like pull it with your mind or something?
No. It follows me.
Damn. All right. Yeah, we'll just walk it. It's not that big a place. Come on then. What are we waiting for?
We're waiting for
Yep.
nothing.
Where are we going?
All right. So where are you going, and how long do you want to spend on it?
Out and about town until we can see some people like kinda getting ready to start the day.
Well, Underook, as with many dwarven cities, doesn't.
True, people are going
really
around
sleep.
all the time. I forgot.
Yeah, it's kind of a 20. It's quite like a It's literally a city that never sleeps, really.
I mean, a lot of medieval towns were that anyway,
Yeah.
because they didn't have stuff that could, wait and such. There is obviously less people, but there are still people around.
Okay. Is it quite well lit, the city?
Yeah, oh yeah, no, definitely. Because it's a lot of pathways and such, there's like torches and such that are set in. Actually, torches near the beginning, but a lot of it's actually like lamps, like arcane lamps.
Good job, gnomes.
What do you guys want to do? Like 5.5, maybe 6 hours of exploring?
Yeah, sure. If we're out and about, and if there's things that are open, it's not just like it's like nighttime. Is there any of the like gnome people that have like a tinkerer of some sort that might be open? Do we see any of that while we're walking around, Tig?
You ask about a lot of the stuff in the
that the Celestine's whatever it's called.
Celestine
place.
Skyboat.
Yeah.
Yes, you are advised that is more often than not open. A lot of the, like, from asking about, and Trofnar, you know this vaguely because the Tinker District was nowhere near as big before when you left.
Yeah.
But more often than not, their stuff is based on made to order. Like, you order it, they make it, then they give it, and obviously no reclaims. They just sell it.
It's all about like finely honed, finely crafted little trinkets and material, equipment and stuff.
Yeah, and you also know that the stuff they make is good, but it's very, very expensive.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I might want to buy something, but I'm mostly there to sell.
All right.
Because I have a Celestine core that I've been carrying around since Platinum Hold.
You are directed to the Celestine Skyboat as one of the ones that doesn't it does made to order, but it also sells some stuff.
Hey, big man.
Yes.
And I sort of and I go, hey, come here, lad. And I say very like softly, making sure no one can hear as I go, you do know that an intact Celestine core like that is pretty fucking rare, right?
Exactly.
You're probably gonna have to figure out some kind of cover story for how you found it.
Why is that?
I don't know just the truth of the truth of that we found it in a fucking thousands and thousands of years facility full of full of a whole new type of race of people, bred only for war. Isn't that a bit suspicious?
Well, I don't have to tell them everything. I'm an adventurer. We're an adventuring party. I found it underground. I'll tell them I found it under Platinum Hold, even.
I'll leave it with you, lad. Just make sure we don't get in trouble.
If somebody has trouble, that will be their problem, not ours.
And do I get like a murdery intent from that response?
Make an insight check.
Yeah.
I can't because my roll 20's fucked.
I will do it for you.
Thank you, Shane.
Insight. 12. A little bit difficult to read, being valid.
I see a bit of a sign to go. Don't do anything dumb, lad. We just fucking got here. I don't want to spend the rest of my time here in jail.
If anybody does anything stupid, it won't be me.
I feel like when Valis says that, he's staring at Fortune.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'll.
Do you want to come with?
Sure, you can come if you'd like. See what they have. Yeah, so we'll go to that place.
Tiny when I was here last. They've really done.
Yep. I meant to go there in the morning.
Unfortunately, it's not the morning yet, so.
Yeah. Sad.
Right. So, you go into the Celestine Skyboat. This very much looks like they took a boat, dismantled it, and rebuilt it in the city, and then they basically knocked a big old hole through the side of it to make a little doorway. As you enter in, you are clearly in the cargo hold. It is dimly lit, but you can see there's enough light to see the shopkeeper, who is it's a gnome, a female gnome. She's got her hair tied up into a bun, though you can see like a few odd hairs sticking out. And she has bright green eyes. Looks to be in her late 30s, early 40s in comparison to like humans and such. And is wearing just a general cream dress. But you can see like she's just kind of like leaning on the desk. Like she looks like she's somewhat starting to drop off. It's like, oh, hello there. Welcome to the Celestine Skyboat. Can I help you?
Hello. I have something you might be interested in.
Oh, do tell. Not really one for the trading, but I'll be willing to take a look.
Yeah, I can't remember how big it was exactly. It was like the size of like a soccer ball, right?
Yeah,
or a football.
Yeah.
Just pulls out like a full medicine ball out of his bag.
Yeah, because I thought it was maybe a little bit bigger, but yeah. So I pull this thing out of a bag that I have. That it's like I've come across this in my travels. Is this something you might be interested in?
Is that a bloody forged Celestine? Let me see that. Like, see, like she was tied before. She is now wide awake.
Nice.
It's like, do you place it on the table?
Yep. Yeah, I put it on the table.
She very quickly like takes out a glass and just like starts examining it. She like spends a good 5 or so minutes just looking at it. But this is... Where the bloody hell did you find one of these?
That was beneath Platinum Hold, actually.
But Platinum Hold's just got a bunch of these. They don't got any Celestine forges.
Deep below it, they do.
Right.
Can I flash Valith a look? Of just shut the fuck up.
Right.
I just smile to him. I just say, "Don't worry, Trothnar."
I heard of that. They found something ancient under there, didn't they?
Exactly.
I heard that they had the Celestine. So you're the ones that went down there first?
We were down there, yes.
I was.
But whoever was down there certainly ran into quite a lot of trouble.
Right, and you're willing to part with a Celestine core.
I have no use for it, and none of my companions are particularly technically adept with this sort of thing, at least. And so, of course, yes. If
I'll
you
give
have
you 8,000 gold for it.
Excuse me.
Hi.
And you hear and in the background from this conversation you hear Trotna just double take and drops off and you're having a look at
8,000, or if you want items, I got a few items here that I'd be willing to trade. And she just kind of begins looking about, and then she beckons to what appears to be a box that's about 12 inches wide. You got that? It's the old sorry, you caught me all flustered with that. That would be the lifeboat for. Used to be called the Fog Swimmer, but the Celestine Skyboat. You can turn it into a rowing boat, or you can turn it into a small vessel. Able to fit 4 people if you make it a rowboat, or 15 if you make it an actual bit of a warship.
Interesting.
Or I'd be ready to give you 4,000, and she reaches into a small safe and pulls out. It looks like a small crystal, about a foot long. It's pure white, but you can see stuff moving within it. Or this is an arcane wind crystal. Alternative power source to Celestine. Used, actually quite rare here in Ansor and Naza, given we got Celestine. Wouldn't recommend breaking it though, but if you wish to, you could.
And what does it do?
Well, I'm not exactly going to be breaking it, but normally...
No, I don't need a demonstration, but...
All right, so by default, this is attuned to wind. So if you have an airship that needs a power source and you ain't got a Celestine core, this won't be as good as a Celestine core, but it'll work.
Interesting. Well, Fortune and Trotnar, what do you think? Would you like a boat?
Lifeboats. Not willing to part with the Fog Swimmer for just a single core.
Oh.
And almost with a smile form of his face, just go. Out of curiosity, how many quarters would you need for the boat?
Oh, for this boat, it's a bit of an older model. You just see she starts having stuff up. Okay, so if with a place like this, you'd probably need a captain, a first mate, probably a maintenance worker. Could also double as a repairman, I guess. Probably about 3 people. Maybe more, depending on what you fit this thing out with. For example, if you want armed guards or things to make things run smoother and you're going to need more of them. But keep in mind, if you want to buy the ship, it's you'll just be buying the ship and could probably arrange for air core to be put in here. And there's maintenance and repair work, and then there's all disassembling and bringing it out.
This can be done with the lifeboat.
Oh, the lifeboat! You just it has 3 command words. The first one turns it into a rowboat. The second one turns it into a vessel. The final one folds it again. but it does not fly.
No. Okay.
No, it's in the event that it lands in the water.
So, what dropped our fortune? Do you think that we need this lifeboat?
I don't know.
Or perhaps just 8,000 gold split amongst the rest of them, the rest of us.
Or 4,000 and the wind crystal?
I think we do better than just a boat.
Hey,
So
we don't.
we don't quite need it. You're right.
I don't think we need the wind crystal either.
No, but we could do for some gold, couldn't we?
Do too. Yeah,
We could always use for gold.
I'm thinking of the
Yep.
8,000.
I'll take. I think that I'll just take the 8,000 gold.
Right. For the record, I don't have 8,000 gold with me, but
No, I don't imagine you do.
if you come back in a few hours, I can probably scrounge some stuff up.
Very well. We'll be back later.
Good doing business with ya.
You as well.
She somewhat reluctantly, like, sort of pushes the core back to you.
Sorry, say that again.
She somewhat reluctantly, like, returns the core back to you, given the exchange hasn't been made yet.
Oh, I'll leave it with her. I say no. You can. I will be back in a couple hours to pick up the payment.
Right. Okay.
Feel free to do with it as you please.
Wait, so has Valeth taken back the orb?
No, I leave it with her.
Okay. You're not worried about her ditching town?
Hmm?
Can I roll a quick insight on the shopkeeper lady?
Sure.
Of sort of like her reaction of like this. I'm now in possession of this core.
Sure.
Once again, roll 20 being a cunt, and I can't actually do anything.
I shall roll it for you then.
Thank you very much. Insigit would be nice.
I'll definitely need to clean up my thing. You rolled a natural 20.
Hey!
She's generally surprised, and she's actually more nervous about the fact that she's being given this core. Like I said, I won't say I'm tired. I'm annoyed at the tech issues that we've been having.
Yeah, I know. This is fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Roll20 is such a bad website.
I know, but we don't have an alternative that's, free.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
It is pooey. Alright, so I guess there's nothing else we fancy on the shelves or anything, guys?
Yeah, is there anything else like that she has that isn't the like those were some of the big things that she had for trade, but
there's a lot of fishing supplies. The only thing that you can see is a small vial with sort of like a black orb in the middle of it.
I pointed out, what's that?
Yeah.
Oh, this just picks up the vial, shakes it a bit, and places it down. You can see it's now got a dim glow. It's think of it as like a nightlight for the wee lads.
Aww.
Quite nice. Me and mine, I had something I had something like that when I was little.
How much is it?
Since you're giving me a Celestine bleeding core, 5 gold.
I'll buy it and I give it to Trothnauer.
Wow.
And now she has 1,333 gold.
Yeah, boy.
You just shake it a little bit, and it'll it grows for about a minute for each second you shake it.
Thanks, lass.
Aye.
Means a lot. And I say, and I think, and I sort, yeah, and I sort of like shake it, look at it, and smile for a bit before I put it back in my bag.
Yeah, it's a very like it only emits 5 feet of dim light.
Yeah, but it's nice.
Yeah, it's a night light. It's a gnomish night light.
Yeah.
It makes her adopted grandfather happy.
Yeah. What do you say?
Where was it? Wait,
Alright,
did someone call for Kimini? Yes.
Yay! Hey,
Oh, yes, I'm speaking to you now through telepathy. Oh, wait, I've run out of words for the spell.
Kimberly using sending would just not work because half of the lines would be yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Either that, or it would be like when your parents, your grandparents, try to set an old answering machine.
Yep.
So we're like, is this working? Can they hear me? I can't really tell. And it ends.
Yeah.
I genuinely ache right now because I miss Kimbany.
All right.
All right.
Well, you know our extra is.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Fortune's banned from the shop. She can't go see him.
Yeah.
Can we?
Yes,
smuggle
she
her in?
is.
Stash.
What was that?
It'll
Trev?
work.
Can we smuggle her in somehow in like a bag or put a moustache on her or something?
You can certainly try.
A pair of mutton chops, maybe.
I finally get the D100 thing that turns me blue, and I can suddenly go back in because no, I'm not Fortune.
No, we just. Oh man, that would actually be awesome because you would just go from Fortune to Blue Fortune.
Yeah,
Like, it would be like
Fortune to
still
a
a colorful tiefling.
Fortune to a different version of Jester.
Yep.
Yeah.
Blue
Like,
tune?
No. I'm not Fortune. I'm Chance. Yeah.
Okay. So, you
Can
leave
we-
the Celestine Skyboat and continue to spend the next few hours exploring the city.
May I do some sort of roll and see if there's anything interesting going on around?
Make an investigation check.
Oh no.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
Nope.
It's boring as fuck.
Thank you, dice.
Nothing interesting appears to be happening in the city at this current time.
Ooh, guys, look, it's a lizard!
But you do spend the next few hours getting an idea of the city. Fortune, you get to the point where you can use your urchin ability to get around faster.
I can fast travel now.
As you return back to rest up a bit before the day starts proper. That's what we're going to call it good for this session.
Nice.
Yay!
Yeah.
God, I know there was nothing I could do at all in regards to it, but I'm so pissed off about the tech issues.
I know.
But at least we had a lot of fun with all the RP stuff.
Yep, and I saw the paths.
Yeah. Did we? Ed is like.
No. Out of character though, I'm kind of done with Trothnar. He's just acting like a teenage child now.
How old would Trothnar be in human years compared to dwarf years?
He's
something.
He's an old man.
Yep, he's an old
Yeah.
fart.